Hey guys, and welcome back. I know today's video might be throwing you back to like maybe a year or two ago when I used to like literally film. Like I have a couple of videos on my channel which are in this exact same background and nothing has changed, but I don't film here anymore. But for today's video I had to kind of film it here because I have like a window right in front of me which is like giving me direct even sunlight all over my face, and when I'm filming in my living room, I am positioned in a way where I can't get even sunlight. And because today's video is going to be kind of like not a makeup tutorial exactly, I don't want to call it a makeup tutorial, but I'm going to give you like tips and kind of share with you like my no makeup look. And for that I wanted like even good lighting, which is why we're going to be filming here. So I hope that the background doesn't bother you. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. Now I do want to share a couple of disclaimers. It's going to be a talk through look and like a talk through video because I'm going to be like sharing with you tips and kind of like things that you need to keep in mind for this video. And also I don't want you to focus on the products as much because I feel like you can easily use other products in place of things I'm using. These are just things that I have in my collection that I'm using. If you want a recommendation and you're planning on buying something, then you could go ahead and buy these, but you could easily work with whatever you already have at home. You don't need any of these products, so just keep that in mind as well. And now without any further ado, let's get started. So now the first step generally in like all of my videos would be to use a primer, but for this particular video, and like I'm also thinking about if I would recreate this look in my regular normal life, would I actually use like a particular product? And to be honest, I wouldn't use a primer because I don't know how well you can tell, but my face is well moisturized. I've used a gel moisturizer and a gel based sunscreen, and my pores are really not that visible at all, and my skin is pretty like even right now in terms of the texture and like the tone and everything as well. So personally I don't feel the need to use a primer, but if you have like pores which are really visible, then you can definitely use a silicone primer in your T-zone to kind of like blur the appearance of them. But if I had to recreate this look in real life, I wouldn't use a primer anymore, which is why I'm not going to be using it for the video. But if you need a primer, then definitely go ahead and use one. Also, the next step is going to be something which I feel like it might be something that you might use if you have obvious dark circles, or if you have a lot of like marks and any kind of scars that are really obvious and really very like visible. Then you should definitely also use a spot concealer. But personally I am not going to be using cream products, and I'm not going to recommend any cream products because I know a lot of people say that cream products look more natural than powder products. But for some reason on my skin, I feel like because I have oily skin, cream products break apart a lot more easily, and when they break apart it looks very obvious. It's because of the oiliness. It's because when you have oily skin, cream products don't really last very well on you, and when they break apart they look very obvious. So if you're going for a no makeup look and you're using a cream product which is going to break apart on your skin after a couple of hours, then it's obviously not going to look natural whatsoever. So yeah, that's the reason personally I wouldn't conceal, because I have some acne marks on my cheeks, but the product which I'm going to use, which is my powder, actually does a pretty good job of concealing all of it. It doesn't conceal 100%, but it's like 90% coverage, which I feel like is ideal, because if I'm getting 100% coverage, it's not going to look as natural and as no makeup as I want it to. So I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder, which I've used a million times, and I'm using this all over my face with a brush like this. Um, it's like a foundation brush. It's pretty dense, and I know normally people don't use loose powder like I do. Like people normally use loose powder to like set their concealer or to bake or whatever. But personally I like using loose powder all over my face because of how oily my skin is. And what I've noticed is it does a really good job at keeping like the oiliness and the shine at bay. So yeah, if you have um, relatively like perfect skin and you don't have a lot of pigmentation or acne marks or anything, and you have oily skin, I think loose powder is going to be ideal for you, just like it is for me. But if you are someone who has like maybe some pimple marks and you want more coverage, then maybe you could use a pressed powder that has like a good amount of coverage. If you would ask me for a recommendation, I would say the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but I'm sure if you are someone who has I mean, if you have imperfections that you cover, I'm sure that you will already have a powder in your collection that does a good job of, you know, minimizing the appearance and all of that. So yeah, personally, I would say that go the powder route and use a concealer if it is really really necessary. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it and I wouldn't use it myself, but I think it's again more personal preference. And make sure that just like you do it, like you use the product on your face, you also use it on your neck, because you can't skip your neck, because then it's going to be like your face is a different color and your neck is a different color, and that is not going to look good. So yeah, make sure that you cover your whole face. And I'm also going to use a little bit of this on my eyelids, because again, since I'm using a banana powder, I feel like the pigmentation that I have, like a little bit of pigmentation that I have on my eyes, is easily covered with this. But again, if you're using a pressed powder, you could use that. If you're using a loose powder that does not have coverage or that is not a banana powder, then you might want to use maybe like an eyeshadow which is like close to your skin tone. And I have a recommendation right here to share with you. It's the Wet n Wild eyeshadow in the shade Brulee. So now this doesn't look like it's gonna like match my skin really well. Like you can see, it's very very light. But if I use this with a fluffy eyeshadow brush all over like my eyelid space, then it's gonna do a very good job at just like masking and blurring the pigmentation a little bit. You can use also the banana powders that come in. Like contour and highlight palettes, you could use that as well. So yeah, I'm sure that you're going to be able to find something in your collection that's going to do the job. Now moving on, next we're not going to use any eye products. The only eye product I'm going to use is an eyelash curler and a mascara. So now this is a mascara which I'm honestly not the biggest fan of, because I feel like it doesn't do much for my eyes, apart from just like coating the lashes and making them a little bit more black. So that is exactly the kind of mascara you want. So if you have a mascara which doesn't give you a lot of length or volume, or doesn't do much for your lashes and just like coats them black, that is kind of what you want, because even that coating of black is going to make them a little bit more defined, and it's going to define your lashes a little bit. But yeah, if you don't have a mascara like that, like if you own just one or two mascaras which are like your favorites, which give you a lot of volume and a lot of length, then what you can do is that, like, don't go over a couple of times, just do like one tiny little coat. Because obviously if you use way too much mascara and if your lashes are really voluminous or like really long, then it's not gonna look like it's a no makeup look. It's gonna look obvious that you have like something going on with your eyes. So again, like you can tell, you might have noticed like the before and after. Now my eyes look a little bit more defined, but they don't look like I have makeup going on, which is something I really like. Now moving on to the face, what I'm gonna do is something that might shock a lot of you, but I'm gonna contour. And I know you might be like, are you seriously gonna contour? Because then it's definitely not gonna look no makeup. Like, contour is something that makes your face look more sculpted, more dramatic, and your makeup just just more glamorous. But we're not gonna do the like chiseling and those how to contour videos that you see where there's a lot of sculpting, a lot of drama going on. That's not what we're gonna do. We're just gonna apply that tiny bit of contour powder right here, and obviously the side as well. And I'm going to tell you why we're going to do this. So I'm using the Pro Art PF14 brush right here, and it's basically this very thin brush, and for me it's the perfect brush to contour with. And the reason I'm going to use a little bit of contouring is because I've noticed that even if I don't have like makeup on my face, um, I still have like this natural shadow going on when I look at my skin like from far in a mirror or anything, which is basically because like light falls on your face and you obviously have like a shadow going on. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to enhance that shadow, because when you use a loose powder or a pressed powder all over your face, it's basically you painting your canvas and like making it blank, and any natural shadow or contour that you might already be having is kind of going to go away when you use a powder. So when we're just adding a little bit of contour right here and making sure that it's blended like this really well, it basically makes sure that it's not very obvious. And I know when you see it like this, it looks maybe a little bit more like there's a brown line that is drawn, but once you blend it and once you look at it in person, it's not going to look like a brown line, it's going to look like a natural shadow. And that's the reason we do this on both our cheeks, obviously, because we're just adding that natural shadow which we lost when we used loose powder all over our face. Now the next step is going to be just to add a tiny bit of glow to your face. So again, when you use a loose powder all over your face, it's basically blanking out the whole canvas, and any kind of like natural glow that you might have you might have to your skin because you did all of your skincare is lost, because like you can see my whole face looks very matte right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of a natural glow to the skin, and you're not going to be using a highlighter for this step, because if you use a highlighter, it's going to obviously look very glowy, and that is not what we want to. And I know right now when I'm doing this, it's looking crazy, but once I blend it all in with this fluffy brush, it's not going to look crazy. Now what I am using is the Lakme 9 to 5 natural loose powder, and for the longest time I used this as a loose powder all over my face. Like what I showed you with the Makeup Revolution powders, what I used to do with this, and I used to do it all over my face. But eventually I realized that when I did that, it gave like a glow to my whole face, and that's something that I don't want, because I prefer looking matte, because I mean throughout the day my face anyways gets shiny, right? So that's when I realized that using this only on my cheekbones gave me a much better look and a much better appearance rather than using it all over my face. And again, for this step, you can use any highlighter that you have at home, which you feel like is not glowy enough and doesn't do much for your skin. Because when you use something like that, it's going to give you the slightest bit of glow and dimension to your face, but it's not going to look obvious whatsoever. Like right now, when I look at the mirror, there is no shimmer, there is no shine on my face. It's just that this whole region is a little bit more glowier and has some dimension to it, but it's not shiny whatsoever. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're sculpting our cheekbones for the natural shadow, and we're adding a little bit of glow, like any glowy powder is what you can use, and it's just going to add a little bit of dimension. So that's exactly what we're going to do, and the look is pretty much done. The last step is using a lipstick, and for a lipstick you could use literally any lip color up there. You could use something very very nude like an MLBB shade or like a nude shade, but personally when I do looks like these in my real life, I always coordinate my lipsticks with my outfits. And the top I'm wearing right now, which you can't really tell, has a little bit of orange going on. And with this top, I would wear a lipstick like this. It's a coral peachy, pinky kind of a color. It's the pack Retro Matte Gloss in the shade Soza. And if you know me and you've watched my videos, you would know I always mix it with NYX Strawberry Daiquiri. So this is the lip combo that I'm going to wear. It's definitely a bolder combo. And before I continue blabbering, I'm going to go put on this lipstick and I'll be right back. This is the final look, you guys. I know it doesn't look no makeup anymore because of the lipstick, but like you could literally use a very nude MLBB shade and make it look like truly a no makeup look. You could honestly wear lip balm, like if you're a college student and you don't wear lipstick, or you know, if I mean, I know that makeup's not allowed in school, so I can't say if you go to school you can wear this makeup because your principal is gonna like throw you out. But yeah, if you are more of like a tinted lip balm kind of a person on an everyday basis, I know some of you are. So yeah, you could honestly throw a tinted lip balm with this on, and it's still gonna look like very natural, very no makeup-y, even though you have a little bit of makeup going on. So yeah, I really hope that all the tips were helpful for you guys and the video was informative. And yeah, that was kind of the main goal here. So yeah, I really hope that you found the video helpful. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Definitely make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hit on the bell button, because that way you'll get me every single time I post a new video. I'll have my Instagram in the description box as well, so you can follow me there for more behind the scenes and a lot of other content that has been happening over there. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.